He's kissing mama goodbye. He's up and gone with the sun. Daddy drives an 18-wheeler, and he's off on a Midwest run. And three sad faces gather around mama. They ask her when Daddy's coming home. And Daddy drives an 18-wheeler, and they sure miss him when he's gone. Yeah, they do. Ah, but he calls them every night and tells them that he loves them. He taught them this song to sing. Roll on highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get back home. Roll on family, roll on crew, roll on mama like I asked you to do. And roll on 18-wheeler, roll on, roll on. Well, it's Wednesday evening, mama's waiting by the phone. It rings, but it's not his voice. Seems the highway patrol has found a jackknifed rig in a snowbank in Illinois. But the driver was missing, and the search had been abandoned, 'cause the weather had everything stalled. And they had checked all the houses and the local motels. When they had some more news, they'd call. And she told him when they found him to tell him that she loved him. And she hung up the phone singing, roll on highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get back home. Roll on family, roll on crew, roll on mama like I asked you to do. And roll on 18-wheeler, roll on. Mama and the children will be waiting up all night long, thinking nothing but the worst is coming with the ringing of the telephone. Oh, but the man upstairs was listening when mama asked him to bring daddy home. And when the call came in, it was daddy on the other end, asking her if she had been singing the song, singing, roll on highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get back home. Roll on family, roll on crew, roll on mama like I asked you to do. And roll on 18-wheeler, roll on highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get back home. Roll on family, roll on crew, roll on mama like I asked you to do. And roll on 18-wheeler, roll on, roll on. 18-wheeler, 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 18-wheeler. Roll on, roll on, roll on, roll on.
It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down a highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now from Charlottetown or from Summerside, they load him down for the big long ride. He jumps in the cab and he's off with the Pride Sebagos. He's got to catch the boat to make Clementine, and he hits up that old New Brunswick line. To Montreal he comes just a-flying with another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now the Ontario Provincial Police don't think much of Bud. Yeah, the cops have been looking for the son of a gun that's been ripping the tire off the 401. They know the name on the truck shines up in the sun, Green Gables. But he hits Toronto and it's 7 o'clock when he backs her up again the terminal dock, and the boys gather round just to hear him talk about another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now I know a lot of people from east to west that like the Spuds from the island best, 'cause they'll stand up to the hardest test right on the table. So when you see that big trucker rolling by, wave your hand or kind of wink your eye, 'cause that's Bud the Spud from old PEI with another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud on the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling, because he's got another big load of the best doggone potatoes that's ever been growed. And they're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward.
He was heading into Boston in a big long diesel truck. It was his first trip to Boston, he was having lots of luck. He was going the wrong direction down a one-way street in town, and this is what he said when the police chased him down. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally found where to unload, he had a dreadful shock. His trailer pointed toward the road and his cab right to the dock. And as he looked around him, through his tears he made this sound: oh, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally got unloaded, he was glad to leave the town. He was very, very happy going back to Alabama. When up ahead he saw a sign said, you are northward bound. He said, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. He was driving down the right lane when ahead he saw a sign, and he had to make a left turn, but he could not get in line. And the tears were streaming down his cheeks, and they all heard him yell, give me 40 sticks of dynamite, I want this thing to give me 40 acres, and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around.
Trucking, got my chips cashed in. Keep trucking like the Doodah Man. Together, more or less in line. Just keep trucking on.
Arrows of neon and flashing marquees out on Main Street. Chicago, New York, Detroit, and it's all on the same street. A typical city involved in a typical daydream. Hang it up and see what tomorrow brings.
Dallas, got a salt machine. Houston, too close to New Orleans. New York, got the ways and means, and just won't let you be.
Most of the cats that you meet on the street speak of true love. Most of the time they're sitting and crying at home. One of these days they know they gotta get going. Out of the door and down to the street
trucking like the doodah man once told me. You got to pay your hand sometimes because it's worth a dime if you don't lay 'em down. Sometimes the light's all shining on me, other times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me, what a long, strange trip it's been.
What in the world ever became of Sweet Jane? She lost her sparkle, you know she isn't the same. Living on reds, vitamin C and cocaine. All a friend can say is ain't it a shame?
Trucking up the Buffalo, been thinking you got to mellow slow. It takes time to pick a place to go and just keep trucking on.
Sitting and staring out of the hotel window, got a tip they're gonna kick the door in again. I'd like to get some sleep before I travel, but if you got a warrant, I guess you're gonna come in.
Busted down on Bourbon Street, set up like a bowling pin, knocked down, it gets to wearing thin, it just won't let you be.
You're sick of hanging around and you like to travel, get tired of traveling, you wanna settle down. I guess I can't revoke your soul for trying. Get out of the door, light out and look all around.
Sometimes the light's all shining on me, other times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me, what a long, strange trip it's been. Trucking, I'm going home. Whoa, whoa, baby, back where I belong. Back home, sit down and patch my bones and get back trucking. Come on, come on.
I was toting my pack along the dusty Winnemucca Road when along came a semi with a high and canvas covered load. If you're going to Winnemucca Mac with me, you can ride. And so I climbed into the cab and then I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand, and I said, listen, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Mattawa, La Paloma, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Tocopilla, Barranquilla, and Padilla. I'm a killer. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Tallapoosa, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, Oskaloosa, Tennessee, Chicopee, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Devil's Lake, Crater Lake, Beach Lake. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts, bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Omaha, Shefferville, Jacksonville, Waterville, Costa Rica, Pittsfield, Springfield, Bakersfield, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Davenport, Idaho, Jellicoe, Argentina, Diamantina, Pasadena, Catalina, see what I mean? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts, bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Pittsburgh, Parkersburg, Gravelburg, Colorado, Ellensburg, Rexburg, Vicksburg, El Dorado, Larimore, Atmore, Haverstraw, Chattanooga, Chaska, Nebraska, Alaska, Opelika, Baraboo, Waterloo, Kalamazoo, Kansas City, Sioux City, Cedar City, Dodge City, what a pity. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts, bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere.
Pardon me, Kathy, may I have your autograph?
Oh, sure. What's your name?
I'm Charlie, but I want this for my wife, Nina.
Okay.
Been on the road over 30 years, hanging it up, going home.
You are? Well, great. Nice to meet you. I'm glad I met you before you quit.
Well, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Charlie's gotta go watch. Don't seem like a whole lot. After 30 years of driving up and down the interstate. But Charlie's had a good life, and Charlie's got a good wife. And after tonight, she'll no longer be counting the days. 18 wheels and a dozen roses, 10 more miles on his 4-day run, a few more songs from the all-night radio, and he'll spend the rest of his life with the one that he loves. They'll buy a Winnebago, set out to find America. They'll do a lot of catching up, a little at a time, with pieces of the old dream. They're gonna light the old flame, doing what they please, leaving every other reason
Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing left is all she left for me. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Buddy, that was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da da, me and Bobby McGee. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da da, me and Bobby McGee. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da da, me and Bobby McGee. La da 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 da, la da 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 da.
Well, I pulled out of Pittsburgh, rolling down that eastern seaboard. I got my diesel wound up and she's a-running like I never before. There's a speed zone ahead, well, all right. I don't see a cop in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. I got me 10 forward gears and a Georgia overdrive. I'm taking little white pills and my eyes are open wide. I just passed a Jimmy in a whine. I've been a passing everything in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. But it seems like a month since I kissed my baby goodbye. I could have a lot of women, but I'm not like some of the guys. I could find one to hold me tight, but I could never make believe it's alright. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. ICC is a checking on down the line. Well, I'm a little overweight and my logbook's way behind. But nothing bothers me tonight. I can dodge all the scales all right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Well, my rig's a little old, but that don't mean she's slow. There's a flame from her stack and that smoke's a blowing black as coal. My hometown's a coming in sight. If you think I'm happy, you're right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
If it sounds country, man, that's what it is. It's a country song. Yeah, okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Busted flat in Baton Rouge and heading for the trains. Feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed a diesel down just before it rained. Took us all away to New Orleans. I took my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana and was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With them windshield wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sang a velvet song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I'd done. Every night she kept me from the cold. Then somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, looking for the home I hope she'll find. And I'd trade all my tomorrows for a single yesterday, holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing left is all she left for me. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Buddy, that was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. La da 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 da. La da da da, me and Bobby McGee. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da da da, me and Bobby McGee. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da da da, me and Bobby McGee. La da da da.
Ich hatte die Schikanen mit den Zöllnern an der Grenze langsam satt. Das stundenlange Warten, weil Italien wieder Dienst nach Vorschriften macht. Die Jungs und ich beschlossen dann, ab heute ist mit dem Theater Schluss. Ja, und wenn das kein Minister schafft, dann hauen wir eben selber auf den Putz. 14 Tage auf dem Brenner, ohne Dusche, ohne Frau. Im LKW vergammelt der Spinat. 14 Tage auf dem Brenner, streiken fast 4000 Männer. Auch wenn halb Europa nichts zu beißen hat. Ein älterer Kollege meint, ich kenn das mit den Jungs in Rom und Bonn. Die sitzen jetzt auf ihren dicken Hintern und hier oben frieren wir rum. Die reden jetzt seit 15 Jahren, dass Europa keine Grenzen hat. Die Laberei hat nichts gebracht, ab heute geht nichts mehr, der Bart ist ab. 14 Tage auf dem Brenner, ohne Dusche, ohne Frau. Im LKW vergammelt der Spinat. 14 Tage auf dem Brenner, streiken fast 4000 Männer. Auch wenn halb Europa nichts zu beißen hat. 14 Tage auf dem Brenner und man gibt uns, was wir wollen. Das Ziel ist jetzt erreicht, der Auspuff raucht. 14 Tage auf dem Brenner, doch ihr schlauen Bonner Männer, da hättet ihr 10 Jahre für gebraucht. 14 Tage auf dem Brenner und ihr gebt uns, was wir wollen. Das Ziel ist jetzt erreicht, der Auspuff raucht. 14 Tage auf dem Brenner, doch ihr schlauen Bonner Männer, da hättet ihr 10 Jahre für gebraucht. Wenn Devil auf dem Highway fährt, dann ist die Hölle los. Er tritt aufs Gas und lässt die Pferde seines Kenworth los. Der Cummings Motor singt sein Lied, die Straße liegt vor ihm. Und kommen mal die Bullen an, dann ist das halb so schlimm. Denn ich sing Devil, Devil, so'n Typ wie dich, den haut so schnell nichts um. Ja, ich sing Devil, Devil, Truck Driving Man, dir nimmt man kaum was krumm. Und ich sing Devil, Devil, so'n Kerl wie du, der hält sich niemals raus. Ja, ich sing Devil, Devil, bleib wie du bist und mach dir gar nichts draus. bist nur auf dem Bock zu Haus und fährst von Stadt zu Stadt. Und jeder Trucker weiß genau, was er an Devil hat. Und reißt du mal ein Mädchen auf und kommst bei ihr nicht an, dann winkst du nur ganz müde ab und sagst, du kannst mich mal. Denn ich sing Devil, Devil, so'n Typ wie dich, den haut so schnell nichts um. Ja, ich sing Devil, Devil, Truck Driving Man, hier nimmt man kaum was krumm. Und ich sing Devil, Devil, so'n Kerl wie du, der hält sich niemals raus. Ja, ich sing Devil, Devil, bleib wie du bist und mach dir gar nichts draus. Sing Devil, Devil, so'n Typ wie dich, den haut so schnell nichts um. Ja, ich sing Devil, Devil, Truck Driving Man, hier nimmt man kaum was krumm. Und ich sing Devil, Devil, so'n Kerl wie du, der hält sich niemals raus.
Ich hör gerne Cajun Music mit Fiddle und Akkordeon. Davon krieg ich gute Laune, Cajun Music macht mich an. Ich hör gerne Cajun Music, sitz ich nachts auf meinem Truck, hör ich Songs aus Louisiana, bin ich längst nicht mehr so schlapp.
Fahr ich morgens zeitig los, denk ich nur, was hilft mir bloß? Wie bekämpf ich meinen Frust? Und wie krieg ich wieder Lust?
Vor mir liegt ein ziemlich langer Tag, mit mir treibt man's auf zu ab.
Für mich gibt es dann nur eines, ich schieb mir ne Kassette ein.
Ich hör gerne Cajun Music mit Fiddle und Akkordeon. Davon krieg ich gute Laune, Cajun Music macht mich an. Ich hör gerne Cajun Music, sitz ich nachts auf meinem Truck, hör ich Songs aus Louisiana, bin ich längst nicht mehr so schlapp. Music mit Fiddle und Akkordeon. Davon krieg ich gute Laune, Cajun Music macht mich an. Ich hör gerne Cajun Music, sitz ich nachts auf meinem Truck, hör ich Songs aus Louisiana, bin ich längst nicht mehr